Hi guys. So I just had to change stuff up a little bit. The tags, the hardest part putting all the tags in, or it's not the hardest part, the longest part. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. Got Rotten Vale and Ancient Forest on there. Mushrooms and honey I can do in my spare time. Have we got anything on the thing?
You all good?
Oh, he's got loads to do on that yet. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Makes me wonder what engine they're going to be using for Monster Hunter Wilds. Because that should have quite the graphical jump. And the graphics on this aren't bad. But the graphics on that should be something quite eye-catching. What have I got on my... Oh shit. We've got vitality back on, okay, that's fine. That's all good, roll back to max on them. Let's have a look, see if we can help someone. No preference on that now. Want rewards available though, yeah, you definitely want rewards. I don't see the point on there being no fucking rewards. No rewards, so what am I joining this for? See if he wants any help. He might not. He might want to do it himself first time, but then again it's an SOS anti. Fuck it, let's go and help him. Oh, for the love of God. Alright. That's what I don't get, is when people do that. They put up an SOS flare and then leave it, and it's like, why? Why put up an SOS flare then? Ratherless. Oh God. Arch-tempered fucking Zora Magdaros. Oof. I'll pass. And the expeditions don't care about that. He don't need any help, he's level 167. If he needs help, he needs to stop buying accounts. This guy's not even unlocked all his encampments yet. Really? Alright. Oh, not that. In fact, no, keep it on, fuck it. The Azure Raffalos can be a bit of a menace. Can indeed, especially with the bloody poison on top. It's one of the few creatures that actually has like 2 status affixes. 'Cause it has the poison and then it has fire. And you can get the fire breath stuff. Ooh, looks like things aren't going too well. Damn. Where's our friend at? That's a Rathian. Think about what? Where do... Rathian's here. We don't want Rathian, we want Rathalos. Has he found this goddamn creature yet? We are going this way, right, okay. Where is it hiding? What? That way? Oh! I think his Palico just got fucking dumpstered on. Where the fuck? There we go. Sounds like this where the action is. Yeah, it looks like he's up there. I'm on my way, brother. I'm coming. Oh shit. Hi Amanda, how you doing? You alright there? Oh dear. No, no. Calm. Oh no, it's not calm. It's poisoned me. Shitty. That thing. Double medicine. And again? Really? I just got that shit off me. Good you. Currently trying to help this guy kill this big bloody dragon. Rathalos is quite mean when he wants to be. But I'm not bad. I'm not having a bad day, if that's what you mean. Bit of an odd day, though, if I'm honest. Oh, bloody hell. The backhand of that fucking tail. Ouch. On temporal. That's right, got your tail! Tail is mine now, you big blue bastard. Get the fuck down here. I got a scale, I got robbed. Oh, let me take them actually. One that I ain't got much on the Rathaloses. Hang about. He's gone up, right? Did he go up or down? He's got to have gone up. What? Where did he go? He actually went... He did go down? What? He's a psycho. Where is this fight happening? Where are these fucking tracking flies taking me here? Where are we going? We're going that way? Okay. What the hell's he doing down here? Oh, Devil Joe! The goddamn giant pickles involved? Don't mess with the pickle. It'll turn you vegan. You almost died. Fuck, get out of there, get out of there. Devil Joe! Time for you. Fuck me. Pickle. Calm. Angerbat, how many monsters are here? All 3 monsters are here. They've got Anjanath, Devil Joe, and the Jorephilos. Yeah, this is a fucking shit show and a half. I ain't getting involved in that lot. Fuck that. Crap. I'm waiting until some monsters leave the area. The bigger T-Rex is picking on the smaller T-Rex. Do you both have to come down my hole? Ready? I was stood here watching the show. Ooh. God knows if they're still alive. Yeah, I am not getting involved in that. You get caught by one of these, you could get caught by all 3 and then you're just dead. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Angerbat. Here we go. The one that I want. Yeah. Don't hit the Devil Joe. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Duplicate. Oh, they just got stronger. This is not good. This is so not good. Think about where'd he go? What the hell? There he is. I'm still fighting the fucking Anjanath. Get down here. Not you. Just the blue one. Anjanath, you fuck off. For the love of Mary. That's what you get. Get your ass bitch slapped by a fireball. Oh, I'm about to swing it and then it roared. Stop roaring. The fuck? Oh my lord. You moved your head at the last second. Oh my lord. No, there'll be no turf war. Marvellous. Right, when you finish picking on the Anjanath, can we kill you? And then Jesus. Damn. Oh, yes. He's going for the capture. He's going for the capture. Okay. You didn't capture? Bugger. Ow. Bloody Christ. Is he going to go up a nest? Surely he's going to go up a nest, right? Think about it. Yeah, he's got to be going up a nest. He has to be. There's no way he's going lower. What the hell? What the fuck? Can't believe that tail's still there. It's always despawned. It's been there ages. No, he's got middle nest. Oh, he's lying down. So is the guy going for the capture, or are we going to beat the shit out of it? He's captured it, okay. He wanted the capture. That's his choice, it's his hunt. Holy God. I did not sleep well last night. If you can see that big, like, thing on the middle of the carpet there? That's Bilbo. Just loafing. Sometimes call him Sir Loafington. Just loafs right in the middle of the carpet. Never mind the fact he's got like 3 or 4 beds. But he's like, nope. He likes his carpet with his 2-inch underlay. That's where he's happiest.
Hello.
Do that one. Pull one as well, there we go. And we've got some of those on, 2 of the green ones. I don't care about red ones are shit, I don't like doing them. Maybe something that flies around less in this next one. So I'm always questionable about Rathaloses. That and they could poison you. I need to heal all of that one though. Well, in fact, I can just eat now, can't I? Then it's done. And Janafi's already got someone helping him. Something SOS for Tziyaku? Really? Oh god. He's on both of them. You want salt? Looks like we're in. Need to separate Lunestra from Teostra. Otherwise this is not going to be a fun fight. Worst thing that can happen to you is if they're both supernova at the same time. Hers is massive and his is a short range. But his is like a burst of damage, like all in one go. Hers is like damage over time sort of thing. But it's just trying to get out of the area because the area of it's massive. There are some places where you can escape the area, but somewhere you can't. If you're cutting like a narrow tunnel, you're just boned. He's on Tio. Oh shit, she's there as well. Oh no. Helps alright, buddy. Where are you? God, they've got both on you. Ouch. Didn't she just fly off from a dung pod? She came back straight away? The fuck? Can't see shit. God, oh. Or she give it to Supernova. Stab you! Stab you, you motherfucker! Fucking Lunestra, fuck off! Ah, no, I could have got more hits on him. She fucked me. Oh, bollocks. They just got stronger. At least she's fucked off. Gives us a chance to kill just one of them at a time. Huh. What? Ah, damn. I'm not following Lunestra. Just this way. Take a licking and keep on kicking. Come on. What the fuck? Did he just force him to his head? Was that his Palico? Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Oh, but I just kicked him with that fucking noggin. Lifted up at the last second. Better than some damage. I need to... Oh shit, supernova! Oosh. Luckily I survived that, because I've got 5 resistance and a fuckload of health. I'm right in the middle of that fucker. It's normally a one shot. I need to get him down before he goes back to Lunestra. So if you get both of those two in a fire room together... Oh no, is that where he's gone? Fuck me. He's not with her. Oh! Right in the keister! Down. Oh, fuck. No, turn. Dumbass. I know. Ow! Yo! Snack Shack! Calm that shit. Well. I claim the ears. Not sure what I'm carving there exactly. Looks like the stone. And now it's time for the truly difficult one. Lunestra. She's supernovaing. Oh, she's breathing fire. Okay. See, if your supernova's out here, this is not too bad. Out here, we can try and avoid it. Because it's a big enough area where you can. If you get you in one of those small rooms, or one of the small tunnels, you're doomed. He's got to be careful. If he faints one more time, I think his hunt's over. I have to start it again. What the fuck? Ah. Come on, give me something, Big Blue. Ow. Oh shit, is she supernovaing? No. She's getting an ass whooping. Just going that way, okay. You alright, darling? You alright?
Yeah.
Had a long line. Must have been tired.
Do you like a coffee?
If you want to, here's my cup, chicken. You might need to chuck whatever's left in it in sink. Oh! I just saw a giant blue thing running at me. Ow! Son of a beach! Ow. You put a trap on the ground? You can't trap an elder dragon. That's like trying to coax fucking Ancologan the Black into a fucking net. Like, oh yeah, I'd be safe in there. You need a net the size of half a fucking country. You talking to me, sorry?
She's saying Colin was that size of half a country. I think he's about the size of a country.
In some cases, probably is. That's just a city, though. Really? Ow! Careful, buddy, be careful. Heal yourself up. There you go. Don't let your health get towards half against these fuckers, especially not her. Ow! And there she goes again. Let Ruby heal up. Time to finish this. She's getting herself into that supernova state. Oh. She's dying. Yeah, I know where she's going. I need some more potions just in case. Because this bitch can clap if she wants to. What's up with you? Tiny lady. Got her! With the tail! The tail attack killed her! Hey, got a gem, nice. Good hunt. That one where, yeah, we're helping that guy out. I think it's his first time like playing the game because he was trying to trap an elder dragon. And I'm pretty sure you can't capture all dragons unless they patch something in that I'm not aware about. But I came in clutch. He fainted twice. So he only had one faint left in him. Luckily she didn't supernova, otherwise she'd have probably killed him. How are you doing, Desire? You alright? Your day going okay? I don't mind helping people out on this, and for the most part, on this is generally a good community. So, and when it's somebody like that was probably the first timer, it's always nice to give them a hand if they need it. Because that is a particularly difficult fight when you've got Teostra and Lunestra for the first time. And the hardest part is getting them to split up. Because they don't split up for the longest time, and having both of them on top of you at once, you can survive an attack where you've got just enough health to survive, and the other one jumps on you and you're dead. And it's like, ugh. And it's so annoying. We did a Rathalos encounter before that one, and we had Rathalos, Devil Joe, and Anjanath all fighting in the same area. It's like, I'm not getting involved in the middle of that. If one of them hits you hard, then another one hits you, then another one hits you, you're dead. And you've had no chance to recover. When there's that many big monsters in one area, you let them fight it out for a bit and just give them time. Just give them some space. I'm okay, my day has barely started. Ate some tacos, beans and rice. Nice. I wish I could say I've had some food, but I've had nothing. I had to get up. I had to feed cats. I had to make changes to something on YouTube. I forgot what it were. But I changed something. And I had my video go up at 10 o'clock. And I've got another video going up at 7 o'clock. It's been a weird couple of days because I've had one of my videos has been getting promoted by YouTube and it's massively popping off. I'll just go and check it now. I'll try and show you guys where we're at. Let's have a look. Bear in mind this is for a small channel. We're not a big channel. For a small channel like ours, it's a lot. Yep, it's still going. 1,436 views. 1,104 on this one video. It's gone mental. This is 4 PM on Friday. This is up to date. Look at some of these views per hour. 75, 69, 76. I mean, I think that's the biggest one I've ever seen is 95 in 1 hour. And that was 9 till 10 o'clock in the morning the other day. I don't know what the hell's happening. That video's gone nuts. It's already got over 1,500 views. It's not my biggest video. My biggest video is like 4,500. But that was one of my first videos ever posted on YouTube. Where that one's a new video that's been out like 3 days. All the thing I'd want from that video, would be some more subscribers from it. Because with that many views, you'd expect a decent chunk of subscribers at least. But I haven't really got many subscribers from it. I think I've got like 1 subscriber from that entire video. But I've been getting subscribers from other videos on the channel. But that one's... A lot of people have liked the video. Just not any have really subscribed. Which is really strange. Oh, he's doing arch-tempered. Yeah. We could go and help him on that. Let me get my things changed. I've already done that. What? So, he accepted me to join the quest and then retracted it before I could even get in there. Good God. I know they hadn't killed it because it was tempered Valastros. Oh, actually they might have done maybe. They'd only been in there 5 minutes when I clicked on the thing. That escalated really quickly. Went from 5 minutes to 17 minutes in about 23 seconds. That's not annoying at all. Oh God, yeah, we need to update that, don't we? Jesus, yeah. What? Fucking cat just cooked himself alive there. Ooh. Everyone's on Valhazak today. Your hunter rank isn't high enough for this quest. Oh, was the guy put on like some sort of limit? I'm pretty sure I've killed Tempered of all 3 of those. Tempered Nurg, Tempered Teostra, and Tempered Kushala Deor. Don't get me wrong, that's a truly nasty lineup, but Yeah, I've killed all 3 of those. In fact, there's not a tempered I haven't killed. The only ones I haven't killed are some of the arch-tempereds. And they're a lot harder to solo. They're more like team content for the most part. Arch-tempereds are quite oppressive. He's farming gems. See if Zach wants help. Come on, darling.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything's open after 4, but 19 minutes ago, no shops open. If you wanted anything.
Hunters, hold your positions on its back.
That's why I just thought I'd remind you, let you know. Because I don't know if that Morrison's one or that other thing. Cause it's not like a 7-Eleven really anymore, is it? That's part of Morrison's group. It's got their thing, hasn't it?
That Morrison's, it does say it is open every day until midnight.
What, even on a Sunday? Really?
Enter the final skirmish.
That's brutal.
That is quite brutal, especially for a small meeting store like that.
Well, you'd think if it were part of the Morrison's group, it'd use their timeline because Morrison's. No Morrison's aren't open till midnight. I can tell you that for guarantee. What the hell?
The bigger Morrisons obviously need to close for obvious reasons because there's no point having them open.
Over here.
But the convenience stores are usually open the latest.
Hold nothing back.
Okay.
What was it you said that we needed yesterday?
We need a few things. Well, to be fair, yeah, unless you've hidden a thing of milk, we've gone through 2 of them in one day.
Yeah, well, okay.
Biscuits. I know you said you wanted bleach. How many's in this?
Zora Macros isn't anywhere weak enough.
4.
Sword macro still isn't big enough.
Now! Hold nothing back.
Hey, partner. Okay. Okay.
Forget the names. Oh. Never mind. I forget the names of the kaiju. I think is the biggest of them all in that game. Kaiju. I don't know if these are classed as kaiju really, are they? Because that's more of a thing from like Pacific Rim and stuff, isn't it? So I know in the second Pacific Rim, that guy used technology to make like a super kaiju. So they all like merge together into like one big massive one. But they had that one had a different objective to like change the atmosphere of our planet to what they wanted in the second one. But apparently they're going to be doing a crossover at some point soon. The first part of it is what's going off now between Kong and Godzilla, where they work together. And then they're going to do Kong, Godzilla, and the Jaegers, basically against this invading alien race coming into our world with the kaijus. And basically Godzilla and Kong, along with probably some of the other Titans, are going to stand alongside the Pacific Rim Jaegers and basically take the fight to them on well, I think Godzilla and the Titans are going to defend our world initially against the assault, and then our guys and the Jaegers, because it's different environment, they can't breathe on that planet. So our guys are going to go in the enclosed Jaegers and go and fight them on their world. Which that could be really, really good. If they do that film right, that'll be a banger.
A witcher.
Pacific Rim was too goofy for me. I stopped for the first one. The first Pacific Rim was better than the second one, that I'll definitely give you. The second one was a bit weird, where it's like this guy's been controlled by a part kaiju brain and then becomes evil until they destroy the brain. It's like, what? But I do like how they're still trying to invade our world, and they want to they've been to our world before when they tried the dinosaurs. That was one of their experiments. Obviously Godzilla and all the Titans were like natural defenders of our planet. They predate those things. So they were like their natural competition on this planet. But the first one with Idris Elba in as well was very good. So I might as well make a live action Gundam series or make it stuck to life to this point. You know what, I'm surprised in their own way they haven't. I mean, Gundam Wing were pretty goated as a kid, as a cartoon. They're pretty awesome. And let's be honest, you've had Transformers. Only difference is, rather than it being a big, intelligent robot thing, you've basically got somebody inside a suit. Just like Pacific Rim, really. The only problem with Gundam is, though, is obviously, I think the universe is so much more vast. So it's like if they were going to make a film, where would they make the film on? Which part of the series would they make the film on? Because that's it's a larger series they've made, like the series of Gundam Wing. To like you can't fit all that into like 2 or 3 films. Okay. I mean, Hell ended up getting its own live action series for whatever reason. I know they made the TV series, I know, and I've seen some of the Halo films. In my opinion, though, one of the best Halo films was actually the animated one, where it shows John growing up as a kid, like when he got abducted, and before he actually became a Spartan. That, to me, is one of the best ones. Hi Matrix! How you doing, brother? You coming to join me for a bit? Hey, there we go. Just woke up. You're worse than Ellie, you are. Did not even break the wall? I don't think he even broke the wall. The wall's not there, isn't it? He hasn't broke, he hasn't broke through it. I can see the stuff on the other side. He didn't break through the wall. Spring Blossom Fest happening in the Celestial Pursuit. What's that? Do you ever have the thought though, Desai? Do you want your opinion on this? Sometimes you get your books, like you get your Harry Potters, you get your Lord of the Rings. Sometimes they make them into films, and the films are reasonable. Again, like your Harry Potter, your Lord of the Rings, they're okay. I think they miss out a lot in both. Some of it can probably be exempted from a film, 'cause it's got to be more action-packed and fluid. And then some of the stuff they miss out is probably quite important, and it's like, should have been in there. But I think, like, scale it down to like a 2 to 3 hour film didn't always work. That's what I like, got like the extended Lord of the Rings. They're like 4.5 hours long. But sometimes I think the games tell the story better than a book or a film would. In my opinion. Not all the time, but some of the times, I think the game does it better. Especially if it's designed as a game first. So like, they've got Gears of War. Gears of War as a game is perfect. I think if they made that into a book or a film, it probably might not be as good. But I think Gears of War does a great storyline as a game. Same with like the Fable. Fable's really good as a game. If they made that into a film or a TV series or a book, I don't think it'd be quite as good as the game itself at portraying the story. There's some that I think just work better as a game. Your Halos is one of the examples. Halos is great as a game. You understand the story enough to get the point across. And they added in other elements like your ODST ones, stuff like that, and your Reach. And it turns out as well, which I only found out recently, the Spartan you play in Reach, Noble 6, he actually survives. Because one of the other Spartans does as well, called Jun. He's the sniper, because he stays behind with the scientist lady, and he gets off world with her. So 2 of the Noble team actually survive. Only 4 of them actually die. But a lot of Spartans obviously do die on Reach. And then Aatrox has made the bold claim that he's killed all the Spartans, the Master Chief is last of his kind, which we all know is all the bollocks. You're never going to kill every single Spartan, because some of the Spartans aren't even there to be fought. Because the ones that are on the in the Halo 2 franchise, on the, I think is it Pillar of Autumn? Whatever it's called, Pillar of Dawn or something? I don't fucking know. The ones that are over there, which is Romeo and his group, they're not near the Infinity when that battle comes down with Aatrox. So they've still got, I think, they've got there's 3 there, and then there's the Alpha team, which is or the Delta team, that black armoured squad of Spartans. So there's about 8 to 10 Spartans on that other battle group that are over there. I don't think any other live adaptation has been worse than the last Avatar movie. My girlfriend would agree with you. Ella, you there?
What's up?
Desai says, I don't think any other live adaptation has been worse than the last Avatar movie and the first Dragon Ball Z movie. Said even as bad as Attack on Titan might have been, at least it was funny. Ella's currently watching the...
I'm watching Avatar The Last Airbender.
She's watching Avatar, but the TV series. Apparently that's quite good. I've watched the Avatar movie, but I don't understand it like she does.
This is the M. Night Shyamalan one from years ago. The movie was absolutely dog shit. Absolute dog shit. It was horrible. But there's aspects in that I would take out of that movie and put into the TV series. Like Yue, immediately take Yue out of the TV series and put the one from the movie into the TV series because she was perfect.
Or the actor playing Suko's uncle. I did like that actor more.
No, the guy that's playing Iroh now is doing a lot better job than the guy from the movie.
Really?
Way better.
I like that actor. I thought he was good.
Way better. I like the actor, but he looks nothing like Iroh.
Oh, I don't care about the look. I care about his ability to act.
Iroh is
his ability to act was good.
Yeah, but Iroh is a very beloved character, not because of the character himself, but because of Mako. Mako's highly beloved voice actor who died voicing him when he got cancer.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
they
didn't want to change it, did they?
Beloved character, but you know what I've heard that they're doing, darling?
What's that?
They're producing Gears of War. Netflix are producing Gears of War into a TV series.
Oh no! What? Don't no. If they're gonna do it,
so I heard you say Gears of War.
They want to do a movie adaptation of the first 3 games.
No, apparently they're starting at number 2 and they're working their way forward.
Why 2?
I have no idea. They're starting at the storyline from number 2, and everything that happened in the first one is going to be like almost like flashbacks, which didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make no.
Because
the first one was actually really good because you bring in the krill.
yeah,
The krill kind of like work like those creatures on that Mandalorian planet. You can't go into darkness; they'll kill you.
I don't understand why they're doing it that way, but apparently I don't know if this is true. So take a bit, just throw it over your shoulder. But apparently that's what they're doing.
If it was going to be Netflix movies and they were going to do 3 big feature-length movies, like 2.5, 3-hour movies, you could probably do that and tell all 3 games. And obviously miss out your parts of the players where they're fighting hordes of monsters.
Yeah.
You could make that into a movie and make it work. I don't think it needs to be a TV series because it's not long enough.
They're turning it into a TV series apparently.
See, that'll make it then too long. See, even half an hour an episode, if you've got, say, 10 episodes, that'd be way longer than the first game. The first game doesn't take that long to complete.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, apparently that's what they're doing.
And honestly, it's because other movie writers or producers just feel the need to shove their own ideas into an already built-on story, which most of the time isn't needed. Yeah, I know, I understand that, yeah. I mean, in some cases, obviously, I don't think it's so much the director, I think it's the writers. The director will say, right, I'm employing these writers for this particular project. And they'll put them on the project. You might need some help. No, maybe not. They'll put them on the project, but the writer's adding their own twist. And it's like, no. If you've already got the source material there, and it's loved by their fans, don't go and get creative and add your own twist on. You want to do that, go write your own fucking book. Go write your own novel. You're being told to make the script, use what you've already got from either a book or game, to make the movie or TV series. Don't get creative. That's when writers fuck things up. Because then they make the story trash. They make a good story that was good into a shit story. It's very, very rare that they make a book or game adaptation and the screenwriter makes it better than what they already had. They usually always make it worse. Because they add their own twist in. It's like, well, you don't know anything about the story. Like, example, why do you think Henry Cavill fought like fuck for Witcher series? Because he knows the lore. He completely geeks out and nerds out. That's why I love Henry Cavill. And he's going to do 40k Warhammer TV series. But he'll make sure the director stays honest. And as far as I'm aware, Games Workshop are actually adding something into the clause where Henry has like a producer type thing on it, where basically he can have a say in what's going to go into the series and what's not. Because Henry's a massive nerd.
He's actually going to be a producer.
He's going to be like one of the producers on it, so he knows about it. It's like, this is going to go in, this isn't.
Because apparently he got fired from the Witcher series, didn't he? He didn't let it go for Superman or anything like that because he didn't have Superman to fall back on. He got let go because apparently he, obviously nerding out and geeking out all the time, I can't remember what her name was specifically, but the woman that he basically was reporting back to, I guess, one of the producers, got really, really annoyed. He kept interjecting all the time because he knows everything to do with The Witcher. That was his dream role, and she'd literally just...
one of his dream roles.
She complained about him that much that it became an issue, and he was told, look, you either stop interjecting and you do as you're told, or we let you go.
Because he has said 3 of his important... I remember being interviewed by a guy, and the 3 of his big roles that he wants to do. A Space Marine Commander in the 40k series, that was one of them, that was his top. He wants to do a Warhammer guy in Warhammer Fantasy, but then the other one, which even surprised me, he wants to do...
Wasn't he doing Lionel Johnson?
He's doing Lionel Johnson in 40k.
Yeah.
But he wants to do 40k Warhammer Fantasy. It weren't Witcher. Witcher was in his top 5, but it was... what the hell was it now? What were it?
He did mention it in an interview as well.
He did, it wasn't an interview.
Yeah.
And this guy mentioned to it, because what would be the 3 things you'd like to do the most? 2 of them were the Warhammer ones, and then his 3rd place one. It weren't Spartans, it weren't Halo. Oh god, what were it? It's going to fucking annoy me. It'll come back to me later.
I'm trying to think of it now as well.
Mention some fantasy things that you might like and I might click. And people kind of upset how Boomy was introduced and Sokka no longer a sexist, and that's about it. I think Sokka being sexist was kind of important though. Apparently Sokka being sexist was important.
Sokka in the series, he was definitely one of the most sexist characters that was in there.
Right.
He was openly sexist. Basically, there were a point where he went to obviously went to the Kyoshi Warriors, and he was obviously being kind of like taught some certain things by Suki and stuff like that, which was they kind of like kept.
You'll get to nerd out for 10 hours by the way on this shit.
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
realise that.
But,
If you want to talk to her at all, get on Discord and I'll get her to download Discord app on her phone and she'll talk your fucking ear off.
Literally.
Because you'll be here for 10 hours.
But
We went on to a debate about it the other day and I couldn't watch my TV series because of her. She just keeps talking. Also sad we didn't get to see him completely getting destroyed by Zuko like in the show because it was actually funny.
yeah,
Also him dressing up as a Kyoshi warrior was also funny too.
Yeah, that
I
was
thought they
hilarious.
fired the actor for Geralt from Witcher because the female director didn't like him. She didn't like him, but she didn't like him because he kept correcting her and saying, this is what happens in the books, this is what happens in the game. What you're doing is not Witcher. You're deviating from the story. So he kept correcting her, but they kept wanting to put their own twist on it, so she was getting the writer to write it in this way. But he's like, well, that's not Witcher.
yeah.
It's like, I'm here to act for the Witcher TV series. What you're making is your own story. It's nothing to do with Witcher. So, he was really frustrated with this director, so she sacked him and then employed, basically, jobs nothing knows nothing about fucking...
Yeah, so she basically
Employed Liam Hemsworth.
She employed the filler guy, basically.
Basically for that guy, yeah, who knows fuck all about Witcher. He's just going to go in and act the scene they've told him to act.
Yeah.
He's not a nerd like Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill would do it justice, where anyone else won't. But yeah, I think he's playing Lionel Johnson in 40k. He said he wouldn't mind playing a Warhammer character in fantasy, but that'd probably be either an elf, because he likes Eltharion like me, or Emperor Karl France. And there were another show that he said he wouldn't mind doing as like a film or something, or a TV series. I'd forgotten for the fucking life of me what it was. It was so annoying. It'd be so good watching him play it as well. I'm just trying to think what the fuck it were. So it popped up and I was like, oh yeah. Oh, that was it! That was it actually. World of Warcraft.
Oh!
He wants to play Arthas.
Yeah.
Because somebody did an adaptation with him having the long white hair from Geralt. And he's like, where do I sign?
Yeah.
And he's like, him playing Arthas Menethil and then becoming the Lich King. Although he'd go from good guy to a bad guy.
Oh, but imagine.
But he'd be a badass in that armour.
Yeah.
That armour's fucking the goat. He's amazing. And in with the Arthas music in the background, the Arthas My Son music. I'm like, I've been nerding the fuck out myself. I'm like, yes. I'm like, who's going to play Bolvar and Tyrion Fordring? What they need for Tyrion Fordring? Because he's older now. They need the guy who played Aragorn.
What, Viggo Mortensen?
Because he's got the same style hair that he has in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but Viggo Mortensen now is the same age what Ian McKellen was at the start of filming.
Yeah,
Lord
but
of the Rings.
he's old. He's old in that. But as a paladin, he's the most powerful paladin in existence, and he wields the Ashbringer. And the Ashbringer's what shatters Frostmourne.
Well, yeah, but...
He takes on Arthas.
I mean, if you're going to go down that road, there's plenty of actors that could potentially play him then. Really?
But could they do it as well as Viggo? I don't know. I could see an Orlando Bloom in there, but I could see him playing an elf.
This is the thing as well, because this is whether or not he'd actually want to play the character. Because you've got to remember as well, he not read any of the Lord of the Rings leading up to playing Aragorn. He wanted to play Faramir.
He might not know. I mean, but obviously there might be some other actors who can do it. There are a lot of good upcoming actors. And obviously if they start doing the World of Warcraft film base, like they've already started it, you wouldn't start with Arthas anyway, you build up to Arthas. But then that's when you've got to make sure, like the first film, it weren't great, it weren't terrible, it was kind of in the middle. But they need to add in more depth into the movies. There's so much lore in World of Warcraft, you've got to have someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. You can't just employ any jobs with director to fucking do it.
Yeah, don't employ Amazon Prime, fuck me.
Shots fired.
No,
Shots fired. We're on YouTube, it's okay. We're Google boys and girls. We don't give a fuck about Amazon.
Anyone can
Not
agree
Twitch.
the shit show that they did with the Rings of Power series, because Amazon Prime absolutely butchered it. Anyone can agree it was dog shit.
What's that?
Rings of Power.
Oh yeah, God, fuck me.
They
The
could've- they
first
could've-
episode of 2 was that fucking boring. I was like, when does it get good?
This is the thing, they could have shown Ungoliant actually attacking Valinor, they could have shown Morgoth in his full size, they could have shown the War of Wrath a lot better, they could have shown Galadriel actually crossing the Helcarax with hundreds of elves, they could have shown Fëanor, they could have done all sorts, but no, they cut out half the fucking
Give
lore.
them our full support.
And I would add quite a good part of the lore, in all honesty, as well.
There's so much that happens.
Because there's a lot of action scenes in there they could have done. They started it at some weird place, and then you've got Sauron running around looking like some dickhead human. Hiya, Shrafe, how you doing, buddy? Me and my girlfriend are just nerding out and talking about stuff we like, what's coming up with films, Henry Cavill.
This is the thing.
So Henry Cavill's going to be playing a Warhammer 40k chapter master, I think Lionel Johnson. He wants to do a Warhammer guy as well, Warhammer fantasy guy.
Yeah.
And then he also mentioned he wouldn't mind playing Arthas in Warcraft, which would be awesome. Henry Cavill as Arthas with the long white hair.
With the long white hair.
You know, you could even play as well. He could give a go. It'd be a bit bulky if they wanted to do an actual actors in the film. Sephiroth. Could you imagine him as Sephiroth with a long white hair like Witcher, giving that badass long fucking sword, Masamune?
Now you see.
Oh.
Now you see. I don't think Henry Cavill is suited.
The thing is
to
though,
Sephiroth.
who plays Cloud? Who could pull off a Cloud? You've got to have that slim physique, but you're not weak. He's strong as fuck wielding Buster Blade. Who plays Cloud with that blonde hair? Who pulls that off? Only one that I could say, but it were clammy as fuck when they did it in Dragon Ball movie. But then again, no, it won't work 'cause he was Asian. I don't think it would work. The guy that played Yamcha.
Oh yeah.
Because he had that blonde head, didn't he? But the movie part in that were wank.
Oh, it were wanky, said the Dragon Ball movie, but they could easily translate that over and actually do like a good.
Because the actor's good. I stand by the actor. Just the part in the movie was shit. The problem is they don't own the rights to any of Tolkien's work. They only own Lord of Rings rights.
Well, yeah, that's.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, because the Lord.
This might be a bad opinion, but honestly, I didn't mind Rings of Power, but it was probably because I never actually read the books. If you haven't read the books, Desai, you are the target customer.
Yeah, you are.
You're
the
who
target
it's saying
customer.
that. If you read the books like me and her, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You're like, this is not what I fucking read. I've read Tolkien's books cover to cover.
Amazon Prime had done a great job in doing the series where it's targeted at someone who has never read the books. But when I took one look at the series for what it was, you realise they've left out so much lore and so much in-depth storytelling. They could have literally have milked that series for what it were worth so much harder than what they did. And for one, the guy in it that plays Sauron, Hellbrand, in the books he's not even a human. He's a Maiar, he can shapeshift into whatever he wants, but he's not human. For all of that age, he was an elf called Anatar. Literally.
And the intro hits hard on the opening of that show for memes Dolph Lundgren as Sephiroth. And that would not work. Not to mention the fact that it's about twice the width of fucking a Sephiroth. It can be big, but not that big. Chris Hemsworth as Cloud. No, again, Chris Hemsworth is too big. He's too bulky.
Too big.
You've got to think Cloud's slender. He's got superhuman strength, but he's slender. You need someone slim to play the role. As weird as it sounds, you need someone with like Elijah Wood's sort of build. But you need somebody who can don the blonde hair. You need to work with that person. But you need someone slim. Someone slim who can then be portrayed playing it. Because he's obviously got the Genova genes inside him. Because he starts on the soldier program, but he never gets into the first class soldier program. He remains on second class.
Babe, what do you call the actor out of the Divergent series that plays Thor?
Oh, Thor, yeah, the guy who plays Thor, yeah.
He could be incredible.
Because he was in, think he went to swallow the Underworld one with King Beckinsale.
Exactly.
He could, well, no, not Sephiroth. I'd prefer to put him to be Cloud.
No, Sephiroth. He's got almost the right facial features for it, almost. But if he's not so big that it makes it off-putting.
I'd have to see how he looks still with long white hair. It might not suit him.
No, quite frankly, I think he could pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to see an adaptation of it. I don't know.
I thought I got a picture of Sephiroth. I just looked and I just thought, who could play him? And I just instantly thought of the guy that played Thor.
Thor in Divergent's a really good actor. I like him. Yeah, he's coming into his own a lot.
That would be great, actually.
Yeah, he could do it. If any of you guys have not seen the Divergent series, they were supposed to make a fourth film, but how the film ended wasn't bad. It wasn't that open-ended that it like killed the film. But the Divergent series is really good. You've got Divergent, I think it's Allegiant and something else, or Divergent something else and Allegiant, and they're really good films. Because the main actress in it, she didn't want to sign on to do more because she joined Greenpeace and she's basically trying to save like endangered species around the planet. So I support her on that. I can't fault her there. But we were also talking a bit ago, me and Desai, about I don't know if you guys have heard, you know how they're doing that next movie with Kong and Godzilla, where they ally together against this new fucking ape that's leading this clan of apes? Well, that's their first part, and at the end of that film there's supposed to be a cutscene or something, where Kong and Godzilla go into the Pacific Rim Essential Universe, and they team up with the Jaegers against those that invade the alien species.
Kaiju.
They team up against them. Yeah, sorry, team up against the Kaiju's.
Yeah.
And basically, Godzilla's like the lord of the monsters on our planet, the Titans, like our Kaiju's. And this alien species have been here before to try and reform the planet when it was in a different atmosphere. But they can't do that anymore because also of Godzilla. He's the one that basically kicked them out of the planet the first time round. But now they're making things as big as him. So they attack the planet and they defend it together, but then the Jaegers go on the offensive onto the alien world. Because Kong and Godzilla can't. They can't breathe on that planet. It's not oxygen based. I wasn't impressed at all with House of Dragons. I just felt like a retelling of the original, but with a slutty Daenerys.
Basically, yeah.
I'm the opposite of you on this one, Desai, where I haven't read the books for Game of Thrones. I've heard the books are a lot better than the TV series portrays. I'm just a TV series guy. So I just go with, is there action? Does the sword play and the choreography look good? Are the hot babes having sex? They're the three selling points for me. The story so much, just I take as it comes and they fill it in on there. Because aren't they doing the one where they attack... they're doing a thing, aren't they? A Game of Thrones series where they attack Westeros.
They're doing...
Westeros, where the war takes place on the... Where the fuck were they came from?
So basically now, they're going... Henry Cavill, funnily enough, is going to play Aegon the Conqueror.
Aegon the Conqueror, thank you.
And Aegon, they're going to do Aegon's conquest. So when he comes over from Valyria after the Great Doom and comes across and basically takes over Westeros with his sister brides, Visenya and Rhaenys.
But it starts out, doesn't it, on that...
It starts on Valyria.
On Valyria.
So basically, the Targaryen family of Valyria are basically like pauper families because there's like bigger families in them.
But you witness the start of the war, but they leave before it all kicks off.
No,
and basically, they get to see it all good as shit.
It weren't a war. Basically, what happened was there were seers that were on Valyria that were very powerful seers, and they basically said there's going to be a big doom. But
wasn't one of those Aegon? He had foresight, didn't he?
Yeah, because Aegon had foresight, and because the other seers are basically saying like, oh yeah, we don't, want to leave because they didn't believe it because it was too far away to actually predict when it would happen. Aegon took his sister wives, a couple of his family members that weren't really that big of players in the books anyway, and took 6 fully grown dragons. I think he took with him, including Balerion. And
I thought he only brought 3 to Westeros.
No, they brought more because there was other family members that came across with them. So when they went across, as they were going across the sea to obviously go to Westeros, they landed in Dragonstone. That's where their first pitch was. Valyria got absolutely dumped on by that volcano and killed all the dragons and killed all the family members within all of the families that were there. So there was literally only the Targaryen.
I'm surprised all the dragons died. Because you think if some were airborne,
well, no,
they'd have flown somewhere else.
If you believe in the original comings of dragons, they came from volcanoes. So volcanoes can basically kill them as well.
Oh no, they can't kill them.
The fire is so intense it can melt them.
But I mean, if they were in the air, they'd have just flown away.
There were some of them that tried to fly away, but they got hit by like debris and like rocks and stuff like that. Because that volcano was massive. It weren't small. It was big.
It's like Yellowstone Park if that erupted.
Yes, essentially. Imagine it like that. But because obviously the world of Westeros is quite vast, You know what I mean? But yeah.
There's like that other one that they mentioned, because they've approached her for it. The, what's the name of the chick with the pointy sword that becomes a really good fighter and has got the flaming steel dagger? What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maisie Williams.
Because they want to apparently do another TV series called West of Westeros.
Yeah,
and she's the main actress in it.
She went at the end of the series and she wants to go and map out what's west of Westeros. No one's ever explored it, so that's what she wants to go do.
With that one that could be good is, that one's not based on a book. That's just the screenwriters making her that story. So that could work because they're not going to fuck with any book. You could watch original and watch House of Dragons, and it almost starts the same way. The pacing, it's just very slow. Of course, towards the end, stuff happens.
Yeah.
Some of the great characters got left out. Now go read the goddamn books, okay? House of Dragons literally skipped several years from, I think, episode 4 to 5.
Yeah, they did.
And episodes 4, it just leaves a big cliffhanger, but in 5, it's like nothing bad ever happened.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When I watched the Game of Thrones, like the TV series, I liked the TV series. I did. The last season, where I think they got ahead of the book, it kind of did go a bit changed because Daenerys took that complete change in character from what she was to what they made her. I think the right people survived. I wanted people like Jon Snow to survive, Tyrion. I weren't too bothered about.
Unpopular opinion, I wanted Tyrion to die.
No, I liked Tyrion.
No,
I thought
Tyrion
he was the only good Lannister.
Fuck off.
What?
Tyrion in the books is an evil little.
In the book, I'm talking the thing. He got, from the story that he told Brom, he got bullied like shit by his family. They were awful to him.
He gave back just as good, trust me.
But the thing were like the Battle of Winterfell. The Battle of Winterfell. Obviously, I'm a Warhammer player and I'm a strategy player. I'm a strategy genius. That's my go-to games on how to like outthink battlefield tactics and how to play on my terms at the game. When I saw the Battle of Winterfell, I was like, alright, okay, they've set up a moat, they can put fire in, stops undead at least for a time, that sort of thing, not bad. But as soon as I saw Battlefield, my first thought were, why are they outside the city? You're fighting a siege, you're outnumbered. You fight inside your walls. You don't fight on the open plains outside where they can easily get to your troops. And every person that you lose that dies, them fuckers can resurrect as another undead. You want to deny them the opportunity to raise the dead, not give them more. So you should have fought inside your walls, lit that trench straight away from the start, and started firing those obsidian-like, those dragon glass arrows from the walls. Bring down their numbers while you've got the advantage, and then put the bulk of your forces behind the gate. If you'd have got all those Unsullied behind the gate, they would not have been getting through that. And then as they start climbing walls, you pull your archers off the walls onto the inner courtyard on those buildings, and you get your Unsullied on the walls as they're coming up the walls. That would have been the better way to play it. And they charged medium cavalry, I might add, straight into the jaws of the enemy front line. Now, it was creepy when you saw all those flames go out on the swords. That was pretty cool. But it's like the medium cavalry. You harass the flanks. You don't go straight into the jaws of the enemy army. You do that with heavy cavalry and charge straight into the heart and try and butcher it out of them. But not in medium cavalry or light cavalry. You harass the flanks. So as they're coming to attack the city, those guys on the horses move faster than the undead that are on foot. So they can come in, cut down some undead and get back out before they get attacked. That's what they should have been doing. They should have been harassing the flanks. And then while they were attacking the wall, they can be attacking the army from behind. That's what they should have been tactically doing. The only thing that can throw a ballpark in, a spanner in the fucking works is the bloody dragon that he's on, because it can burn down the wall. And that can obviously land wherever the fuck it wants and create a problem. But that's where they've got to control it with their 2 dragons and make sure that it can't do that much damage. But it was so weird. I mean, you could tell that whoever designed that scene, be it the director, the producers, or the screenwriter, or even if it was a combination of all of them, not one of them has a fucking clue how to play a strategy game. Not one. Not one of those people's ever played a strategy game in their life. Because if they have, they're playing it on fucking easy mode. Because they've got no idea how to set up a battle at all. It's like, would you run a battle like that if you were the general? I'm like, if you were the general and you were saying this is how we're going to fight, I'd be like, you're a fucking moron, mate. I'd be like, get off your fucking horse, go and sit in the fucking castle and shut the fuck up. I'm like, I'll fucking lead from here. We're not standing outside against that fucking lot. We've got a fucking castle. Fucking dumbass. Last episode's Game of Thrones got massive rushed for sure. There are rumours that the directors were more excited to working for Disney in a project that they didn't give a F towards the end. Vampire camp with their immortal zombie spam. Yeah, and literally, and they're still outside where the zombies can get to your troops, rather than behind a castle wall where you can thin them down. I mean, with that wall of fire as well, the moat, that could have bought them tens of minutes. You think how many arrows you can fire in that time? Night King's so hyped only to get off Arya. Just terrible. The Dothrakis just got deleted immediately in a weird smoke. I was like, what the fuck? Well, no, some of the don't forget, a lot of the Dothraki survived. Could you see them when they marched down to King's Landing? Also, not Dothraki. Sorry, I was thinking the Unsullied. But no, the Dothrakis still some do survive. It's not as bad as it makes out. They don't all die. A lot of them do take off on the horses, but they do lose. I'd probably say a good 50% or more. So if she had 100,000 Dothraki at that point, she lost 50k in that battle alone. It was a stupid waste of soldiers. It really were. But in terms of Arya killing the Night King, that I actually approved of, because it even said back in the series, part of his books, there's a part in the books, you'll close many eyes, including blue. And obviously he's got the blue eyes, the fucking Night King. And she was trained by that guy, who I'm not sure if he's a fucking demigod or whatever the fuck he is, one who can change his faces, but he's some sort of fucking master assassin. He trained Arya. And being that that was like his primary student, I'm actually glad that she took him out. Because if it had been somebody else other than, say, her or Jon Snow, it would have been kind of shit. You couldn't have had Theon take out the Night King. It'd have been like, what? You're getting killed by a fucking eunuch? Like, no, he's got to get killed by someone decent. Arya's got the skills to take him out. And that's exactly what she did.
I have my theories, right, about that assassin dude that trained Arya. I think he literally is that god.
It could be, I think he is. That's why he can change his fucking face.
Yeah, that is worshipping. I think he is that god. I think in that universe it's not as cut dry as, like, say, heaven and hell or whatever. I just think there just happen to be beings of, like, great power that just roam around that have been worshipped as gods. So, obviously, for this reference alone, we'll just say, yeah, I think he is that god.
But the only thing that bothered me with it, if he is a god, is when she asked him, right, kill Tywin Lannister. And he said, this can't be done.
Yeah.
So it's either he can't do it, even though if he is a god, it should be a cakewalk, or he hasn't got the power to kill that particular guy when he's got a different fate. There's a different fate at hand above what he's supposed to intervene.
I think he can see exactly who's going to kill him anyway, so he's saying this cannot be done because he
knew it had to be Tyrion.
It had to be Tyrion to do it, because he already knew he's definitely already been marked for somebody else. So
into such an extent that it's like, well, if I do that, he then affects Tyrion's destiny. And Tyrion can't ever achieve what he's supposed to.
Tyrion would never have left the castle, he never would have got onto the ship, he never would have gone to Pentos, he never would have met Daenerys, and that's the point. He's meant to meet Daenerys. Tywin's death was pivotal in Tyrion leaving. That was the point. But I think he is this god, this being of great power, because we're talking about a universe that's literally got fucking dragons in it.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think they're gods. I don't think they're gods at all. I think they're god-like in their power.
Apparently as well, someone mentioned, I saw it on, it was actually a Lord video on YouTube about Game of Thrones. Do you know there's not only just Drogon left? You know there's literally thousands of dragons still in Game of Thrones. Isn't. Well, apparently there is, because there's an island far to the south where dragons originate from, even older than Valyria, but they're all feral, they're not tame.
So they're like cannibal.
They basically feed off each other.
Yes,
essentially.
It's basically an island of wannabe cannibals.
Apparently there are nests on Valyria as well, where the eggs are that survived, but they haven't got the heat to cause them to hatch. You know, like how Daenerys hatched hers?
Yeah.
So there are still eggs there, and apparently somebody is supposed to find them but I don't know how that's supposed to occur.
Well, I have my theory about dragon eggs too, because in the TV show, I don't know how I did it this way, but one of the sisters that Damon had with Thingamajig, I keep forgetting everyone's names, there's too many fucking people, one of his daughters has a dragon egg that doesn't hatch, even though they keep it under heat. I personally think dragon eggs wait.
They kind of choose their rider.
A little bit like an
Eragon
situation. Yeah. She waited 1,000 years for him, but obviously I think that's just what it is. But I think it's what. I can't speak, but I basically think, just to summarise and get all my gibberish out of the way, I think that the dragon eggs do wait for their riders.
And well, apparently as well,
because Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion, they are the children of Dreamfire. You cannot tell me differently. Dreamfire is the exact fucking replica of those dragons. But
the eggs, apparently, the dragon eggs in Game of Thrones apparently are impervious, apart from things like lava.
Yeah.
They actually can't. So if you went up to it and hit it with an axe, you'd do fucking nothing.
Do nothing to it.
You might even just break your axe.
Their eggs replicate the skin, basically. But
well, no, they're even harder because it's more like stone. It's designed to be broken by the hatchling from the inside.
But Drogon, Viserion and Rhaegal, when they were given to Daenerys as wedding gifts, because obviously they'd come across them, they thought they were just paperweights at that point. And
this is what someone said. Where did those 3 eggs come from?
Dreamfire.
But they might have came from, some said, one of them at least, might have come from old Valyria. And someone's found a cave, a water-based cave, where some of the eggs were.
No.
And they survived the volcanic eruption.
In House of Dragon series, listen to me.
Did they go through Valyria with Tyrion? What were those things that jumped off onto the boat that touched the mercenary guy?
The stone
that
guys.
Gave him that weird disease.
That skin condition.
That was Valyria, weren't it?
That was old Valyria, yes.
So those things are on there. Apparently, some of the eggs have survived along like they have. Because technically they shouldn't be there if it wiped out the entire island.
They had that skin because they were living feral for like hundreds of years, but they were also marauders that come to try and pillage Valyria after.
But how'd they get that disease?
They get it. I'm not quite sure how they got it. But
you have to be touched by someone that has it.
I think it's a form of dragon sickness, because there was a woman within the law that predated the House of Dragon series stuff who got onto the back of, I want to say Valerian, I'm not sure, tried to fly away with him, was gone for a year, nobody knew where she was. She come back and she basically had all of this skin shit all over her, but she was the first one to be seen with it. And I think, personally, that the dragons that might inhabit Old Valyria then, if your theory is correct, may have...
It's not mine, it's somebody else. It's a lore nerd on YouTube.
May have given her this sickness because if they're feral dragons.
His channel's all based around Game of Thrones lore.
Ow.
And basically he just nerds out and goes full blown on it. But he even pulls up pieces of paper the original guys wrote that he's not used in the books.
She basically came back completely malnourished and skinny and had this disease all over her. They didn't know what was happening to her, and she was steaming from all of her orifices. So basically from lady parts, her mouth, her ears, her nose, everything, and gave birth to a dragon. So yeah.
Like that. So God's setting would be close to Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, loads of small deities people just don't know of. Possibly. I mean, they might, like I said, he might be a demigod. Because technically, if he's an actual god, like, you've got the red lady, the woman in red, her god's got some power in the physical realm, because it enables her to set fire onto things when there's nothing to set fire to. And then there was that guy who got cut in half by the hound, and his body got, like, magically re-stitched back together and came back to life. And it's like, so... that god has got some physical power in the world, but without having a physical presence.
This is why I think it's got nothing to do about it being godlike. It's got everything to do about people having the ability to have abilities.
Yeah, but they're like, example, like her, she said she was like a priestess of this god. And she was basically channeling the god's power through her. That's how she was able to basically set things on fire. How did that guy come back from... He got cut in half, shoulder to waist, by the hound.
Well, yeah.
You don't get sewn back to... Even Wolverine had struggled with that.
Mm-hmm. It were... Horus, was it?
What?
Horus, his name was, I think.
No, it was the guy with the eye patch.
Yeah, I think his name was Horus, I think. Or it was the guy
It
that
weren't
resurrected
Horus.
him.
He's not a fucking Egyptian god.
No, but what I'm saying, it's something like that. I can't remember. But that dude obviously resurrected him. That's why I think it's about people having abilities and people are misconstruing it to be godlike, and that the god is channeling its energy through certain individuals. I just think it's people having powers. Because you had seers of old Valyria, Aegon was one of them. You had an Aegon, obviously, foresaw the Night King. That's why he made that Valyrian blade that ultimately took him out when Arya stabbed him with it.
Well, that don't forget, that was initially designed to assassinate Thingy, didn't it?
No, that weren't initially designed for anything, because in the House of Dragon series, that dagger was in it, and King Viserys had it on him.
No, but I mean,
that dagger is hundreds of years old.
Didn't that assassin in the first episode or two use that to try and kill one of these
He
Starks?
tried to. One of the assassins that was paid off by the Lannister family, I think it were, used it to try and kill off Bran, because Bran found out about Cersei and Jaime boinking like the fucking weirdos that they are, and that was one of the blades that was used. But that blade is hundreds of years old, because it was made for like to warn obviously all the kings and whatever who was going to reign about the Night King. So basically, it was this huge family secret.
The plot thickens like Ella's gravy. Oh shit, 10 minutes left, fucking hell. About what? How the fuck long have they been down here fighting this thing? There he is! Hello, old undeado! I've been discussing one of your kind. Good, yeah. Oh, is it a 15-minute mission? Oh god, I didn't even look. Fuck. How did that not hit him? Huh. Down again, dragon. Welcome. That's me. Ask you a question, you big bastard. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful hits. I'm going to assume New York Godzilla wasn't canon. No. No. To be fair with you, though, right? A lot of people slated it because it was called Godzilla. It was actually a good monster movie. It was a good monster movie, but it wasn't Godzilla, no. Because obviously, the original Godzilla as well, for one, he's a male. He's not a female. He's the only one of his kind. Where the one in the Godzilla film is a female. But it's been mutated apparently from radiation from a Komodo dragon. So a Komodo dragon's mutated from a 12-foot Komodo dragon into that couple 100-foot fucking monster thing. And Godzilla's a protector, yeah, Shrafe's right. Where this thing was, well, one, it started to see humans as a food source. Ow, fuck, okay. And two, it was trying to breed. It was breeding. Godzilla couldn't breed. He's not a female, he's a male. And he doesn't reproduce at all, asexually or otherwise. Where, the one in the movie was obviously had laid like 200 eggs. If they'd have hatched and they're all born pregnant, as that guy said, it could have become something like 36,000 within in this year alone. It's like terrifying to think of, because they overrun the planet. They'd overrun the planet, and just like reptiles do in this day and age, reptiles are cannibals. They'd go around eventually with an out of food, eating their own species. But I like that film personally. I do like the film. I just don't class it as a Godzilla film. All I class it as is like a monster movie. Just a good monster movie. Would have enjoyed having seen more baby Godzillas. Oh no, it'd have been, well, the baby Godzillas saying that they were bigger than fucking Velociraptors. They were fucking 9 feet tall. But I like that part inside the arena where his like team's getting hunted by them. It's actually pretty good. I do enjoy that film, especially when at like the start of the movie it gives you that like Jaws feel to it, where you don't see the creature initially, you just see some of its like footprints and stuff, and some of the like destruction it's caused. Oh, there we go. There is supposed to be another Godzilla-like Titan that is supposed to be like a female variant, and I can't remember her name. And I think Kong has to help Godzilla kill that.
It's because it's the only thing that Godzilla is terrified of.
Because example is like, if you've seen the Godzilla movie with that, you know, the big fucking Hydra thing. Ghidorah, the big Hydra. That's a alpha predator from another world. It's not part of our planet. It came there as like a rival alpha, but all the other Titans were shit scared of it and wanted to challenge it. I mean, I suppose the bird thing tried and got his ass kicked. But when it put out its call to arms, it got a response from Kong on Skull Island, and Kong basically said "fuck off," essentially. So Ghidorah were like, "Okay, fair enough. He's on one island. I don't care," because he was the one Titan, just like Godzilla, who weren't going to bow down to Ghidorah. Kong were basically like, "Yeah, jog on. Come to my island and we'll fucking talk about it." But this is where the Godzilla universe expands beyond just our world, because Ghidorah came from another planet, but Ghidorah didn't come from the same world as the people from Pacific Rim, the ones that are launching the kaijus into our world through a portal. That's able to breathe with no oxygen, and it flew through space to come to our planet. So my guess is that Ghidorah, basically his world either came to ruin, maybe like from an asteroid or something, and he took off from the planet before it got destroyed, or he had basically eaten all his rival Titans on his planet and then came to ours to basically do the same thing, but first kill humanity, make it a monster playground. Do you think Meg creatures could be part of the Godzilla universe? Well, Megs are a natural scientific creature, they're not fantastical. Megs did exist. I don't know if they still exist. There's rumours that apparently NASA has 2 Megs captured in some underwater massive ocean they've created somewhere, but I don't know if that's tinfoil hat stuff, I ain't got a clue. But Megalodons did exist. There's fossils of them, of their teeth, that they existed. So, and to be fair, they're not really big enough to exist. I mean, do you think a Megalodon at 60 feet is going to bother a couple 100-foot Godzilla? They'd probably chip its teeth trying to bite him. Although technically you do see a Kraken in Skull Island with Godzilla, because Godzilla kills it and eats it. He starts having some calamari. Megalodon is the size of the tip of Godzilla's nail. He's not that much bigger, no. It's not that size, he hasn't got 60-foot nails. But Godzilla is a super predator. He's an apex predator. For all intents and purposes, like they said, it's like a primordial god. You don't go and hunt a god as a normal creature. I mean, the one thing that'd be bigger than Megalodon would be a plesiosaur, the thing that's in Jurassic Park. And even that wouldn't attack Godzilla. He's far larger than it. That's like 150 feet. So it's bigger than a blue whale. Godzilla's like... I'd say he's going to be pushing at least 200 feet. And even then he can breathe fucking... like blue and purple lightning that'll just cut straight through you like fucking piss through snow. Like, it wouldn't be the wisest decision to fight him, no. Godzilla vs. Dalamador from Monster Hunter, let's go. See, something more like that would be more fair. Or like Godzilla vs. Ankologon. That'd be a good fight.
Ankologon would shit on him.
Ankologon's much bigger, but I do emphasise Godzilla's breath attack would definitely burn a hole straight through Ankologon. It's whether it does enough damage to actually kill it. Because that beam that Godzilla shoots, if you watch the latest Godzilla film, he burns a hole straight through the planet crust down to the centre where King Kong is. Because King Kong comes up that hole. If he can burn through a planet, he's got no problem burning through a dragon. Even an obscenely sized dragon. So Godzilla can kill anything, even things bigger than him. I mean, Ghidorah's technically bigger than Godzilla. But when he breathes that fucking fire down Ghidorah's mouth, there ain't much left to Ghidorah.
Give you a size comparison to the sheer size of Ankologon to Godzilla. Godzilla is probably a little bit bigger than Smaug. He's not as big as Scartha, because Scartha's massive. Fucking Glowrung would absolutely take him out, because Glowrung's nearly
Well, you're saying they'd take him out, not necessarily take him out, because fire won't probably do shit to him. And don't forget, if he breathes back, if he can burn for a planet, he can burn for a dragon.
Ankologon is huge. You don't have any
I know he's huge. What I'm saying is, Godzilla has the ability to kill something huge. That's why he's got that breath attack.
What I'm saying is that Godzilla is probably comparable to the size of the dragon they use in
Let's
the
give
War
him
of
our full
Wrath.
support.
And Ankologon don't even need to use his fire breath on him. He just step on him. He's that big.
I don't think it'd go down quite like that, personally.
He is that big. His entire claw, his foot, Ankologon's foot can encompass Erebor. And Erebor's the biggest mountain, solo mountain, in Middle Earth. It's massive.
Can you imagine them trying to film Ankologon and CGI Ankologon into the film? You'd be like, well, hang about, where's this big dragon we've all heard about? Well, you see how we saw the sun a moment ago? Well, we're still in its shadow. all you see is they look up, they're like, oh. It's like when Gimli realises that Elf's got an arrow pointed at him. And it's like, oh. But in this case, it's just this massive fuck-off dragon with a wingspan that covers the continent. You're like, oh, we're gonna need a bigger axe.
Well, why do you think Elendil is doing his whole ship thing? Is to keep him in check, because he's so large. They didn't technically kill him, they just kept him away somewhere. Because they can't kill him, he's too big.
They probably can kill him, but you need what's his name? Is it Eru?
Yeah, but Eru doesn't get himself involved in matters like that.
Well, don't forget, as you said before, he did when it came down to Ungoliant and the Undying Lands.
No, the only time that Eru actually got himself involved was when Sauron was manipulating the Black Numenorians on Numenor, and then when obviously the Numenorians at that time, the Mad King, as it were, he's probably like bent out of shape, went to Valinor to try and take it over from the elves. Eru said, fuck this, put an entire wave over Numenor, and technically that was the first time that Sauron was killed, because his spirit fled back to Middle-earth, because he was caught up in that wave.
But that was his physical form, though, didn't it? Like
It's his physical form, yes.
if Eru wanted to actually unmake Sauron, he could. Because he made everything in existence.
Technically, he did make everything in existence, but because Iluvatar, which is one of his other names, basically doesn't want to kill anything because that's not what he's about. He doesn't unmake anything that he's made. He believes in giving it its chance and its due course. If it gets tempted away from the path of light...
I'm thinking of getting a t-shirt, a black one, white light at the top. My girlfriend is a nerd.
You're a nerd as well.
Or my girlfriend is a massive nerd.
Like,
she's such a nerd.
I am a massive nerd when it comes to everything to do with the Lord of the Rings, Last Airbender, that kind of thing. They're the things that I love. Like, I absolutely adore the stuff to do with Fable. They can make a TV series out of that. They can, because that would be incredible. William Black, the very first hero, it'd be amazing.
Oh, don't start nerding out on Fable, fucking
no,
Christ.
But like, when we're talking about obviously that stuff, that's what I nerd out about.
Godzilla is 177 metres tall, is 582 feet. Sorry, so it's actually a lot bigger than what I thought. I thought it was about 200 feet.
What's that, sorry?
Godzilla's actually clocked in at 582 feet.
Oh yeah, he's huge, don't get me wrong.
But the Dalmador is 440 metres, which is basically the same size as those big fucking worms that are doing. And that's 1,445 feet. The Dalmador, let me show you something here. Let me show you something, my darling. Let me put something in perspective for you. And I'm going to world map now. This, and so this place here, the Rotten Vale.
Yeah.
Right. This is the corpse of a monster. So it died, and that's now got elder dragons and other creatures living inside it. And when you go in, I didn't realise until Strafe pointed it out, you can see these big things that I thought were basically like cave struts.
No,
they're actually rib cages.
Yeah.
I'm like, how big is that fucking thing? It's fucking huge.
Oh god. What to do with like Last Airbender and that? They've added more into the lore this morning.
There's a size difference though, Strafe, don't get me wrong, in Godzilla and the Dalmador, same as there is with Ankoligan. But as I said, don't forget that Godzilla has his beam attack from his mouth. If he can burn through a planet, he can burn through a creature. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
he has the weaponry to deal with things bigger than him.
Listen, right? You've got Smaug, which is the smallest of the fire drakes, considering he's still quite big anyway. He's the smallest. Then you've got Scartha, which is the red drake. Then you've got the dragon they use in the War of Wrath, which is bigger than Scartha. Godzilla is comparable to the size of Scartha, right? Because he's about the same size, ish. But then you've got Glowrung. Glowrung and Ankoligan. Glowrung is bigger than the biggest worm out of Dune. Because he's basically a worm. He hasn't got any wings or anything like that.
When you see he's bigger, how much bigger? Because you're comparing it on this size that he's typed here, 1,445 feet.
It's comparable to the size of Scartha. Scartha is a big dragon.
So how big's Glowrung though? That's what I'm saying.
Glowrung, we're talking about the size comparison between...
If you had a thing, like to get up his size...
If you're talking about the worms out of Dune compared to Scartha, compared to Glowrung, sorry... A map. Now, if you can imagine the map in your head of Middle Earth, you know the entirety of all the mountains going down. The
Middle Mountains.
The Middle Mount, like Moria, going down, Imin Largest, that kind of thing. That big.
So he's a lot bigger than. Well, is he a lot bigger than 1,440 feet? He's bigger. I don't think he's a lot bigger.
That's 200 miles. That's 200 miles from the top to the bottom.
So he's just really long.
He's really long, but he's also really fat. But that dragon...
He's a long, fat shit. So he's like a big dick.
That dragon...
Just crossing mountains.
This is the thing where I say Godzilla stands nay a fucking chance against either Glowrung or Ankoligan. Because both of these creatures were created by Morgoth. They weren't born naturally. Hence why they're so fucking big. They're huge. But... basically, they were created by Morgoth, so Morgoth created them from darkness.
Makes you wonder why Aero let him create them and didn't unmake them as soon as he made them.
He can't intervene in things like that.
He can intervene, he chooses not to.
No, he can intervene, but he chooses not to because he allows creation. He doesn't stop creation. Creation is just creation. He thinks his creations, which are the elves and stuff like that, and everything that came after.
As long as they're not attack his firstborn, his elves. His elves are his bays.
His elves are basically his bibith. So, when it comes to Glowrung and Ankoligan the Black, literally, Godzilla doesn't stand a chance.
It says
That
here,
beam would not hit him.
Shrafe said here, Dalmador's black acid fire burns through anything, so it's an even bigger threat. So that has like a black acid. Think of it as kind of like the alien acid, but it's black acid.
That Dalmador is obviously this thing in this.
This big snake thing.
Yeah.
But if it's that big a threat though, Shrafe, how did it die?
Exactly.
What killed the Dalmador? Did
This
it just
is-
die of old age?
And this is the thing to do with Van Colligan and Glowrung was fallen in battle because that was easier to deal with. Considerably say easier to deal with, still massive.
He's to
But-
deal with, but he's the size of a 200 mile mountain range.
But-
Where the fuck did his body go?
And Colligan the Black is sealed away in a void, like the way that Morgoth is,
So basically, they treat him like Hulk
basically.
or Superman. When they put him in the not Superman, but General Zod.
Yeah, they put him in the Phantom
They
Zone.
put him in the Phantom Zone. It's like you go there because you're big and annoying.
But what do you call him? Elendil, Elrond's father, is circling basically the Earth, so to speak, on a ship high above the sky to keep him sealed. So, like, you can't kill something that large and that vast.
You probably can, but
'Cause
you,
there's a
you,
pic-
but you need
there's-
something
you
with
know
obscene
that-
power
you know
to do
that
it.
picture I showed you of the size comparison between human, then Smaug, then Scartha, then the Warwrath dragon, then Glowrung, and then Ancolligan. The mountain he's got in his hand is Erebor. He's got in one fucking pot. He could literally crush it if he
Not
wanted
to crush
to.
it, it's a mountain.
Yeah,
but
he could just go.
But he's that big. You could kill him. Obviously, a god could kill him. They could unmake more damage to be a damage. But if you killed him,
Godzilla wouldn't have time
God,
to react to that fucking thing.
Godzilla might struggle. Don't get me wrong, but the gods could kill him. Eru definitely could. He could unmake him and click with his fingers.
Eru could
But-
unmake these things, but he chooses not to because there are certain things.
But if you were
that-
going to kill it, you have to be careful where you killed it. Because if it's got to
Yeah.
fall from the sky, where the fuck's it going to land?
It's
If it lands in water, you've got a tidal wave as big as the fucking mountains.
that Ancolligan the Black will probably take up the northernmost part of Barrowwave, which is basically all of Northern Room. He'd probably take all of that space up for just his corpse alone.
So
He's
that's what you
huge.
have to be careful of. It's not you couldn't kill it, it's where do you kill it?
Yeah.
Where do you set the final fight?
He'd take up most of the countryside in northern Barrowwave, or Farrowwave, whichever one it were. I think it was Farrowwave.
It's been theorised that Dalmador just died of old age. It was a cataclysm level threat when it lived. Cataclysm, just so you know, that's the highest level threat in the Monster Hunter World universe. Because these things basically, well, they're not continent spanning, but in the case of that, it's probably bigger than a city. In terms of that, it's a large animal. So obviously, when something like that comes knocking, you're not just going to send one hunter like me with a sword to go and try and stab it. I think I'd be there a while. But there's some big monsters in this, but in this one, what I like about this, it gives you, when you kill monsters, show you this. Come here, show you this. Rather than doing a fucking hunt. Let me educate my girlfriend on Monster Hunter World.
I have actually played this game, you know.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame that you're a noob. Ah. So something that you can do, which I thought were pretty cool. So I was like, how the fuck do you see this? Obviously, these are all the ones that I've done. Because this is where they add the RNG part into the game. Is it this dude? No, not him. Him? This one. So this is something you can have a look at. Monster Field Guide. So if I do a large Monster Field Guide, so on here, it can show you the weight of your smallest of that type and the weight of the biggest of that type. And these are based on tons. So if I go to like, let's look at Zora.
Zora, yeah.
Zora's basically living volcano.
Yeah, because I know he moves
But
about.
that's 25,000 tons is a small one. And that's 25,000, well actually they're both the same. The smallest and the largest there.
Yeah,
But
so
20,
it's the only one that's
it's
recorded.
the only one of him, I suppose. But then you've got 1,900 tons to 2,400 tons on the big one of the Diablos. So there's some hefty fucking animals. I mean,
There's some big boy
where's fucking Basil-Geese? Where's that big bitch? Where is he?
basil.
Or Devil Jaw. Devil Jaw's got a 2,301, the fat shit. Massive pickle.
It's all in his chin.
Oh, he's just a big fat fuck. He's like Bilbo.
Oh god, he's on sofa at a minute. just
See, that's the behemoth from Final Fantasy. 3,400 tons of pissed off fucking raging bull creature. Kolv Taroth, he's another big one. He's like Zora Magdaros, you can't kill that. Pure gold dragon that's just massive. Where is Basil Geese? Where is he? Normally when I don't want to find him, he's fucking everywhere to be fucking seen, the bastard. There he is. So he's actually smaller than Devil Joe, but 2,294 on that fucker. But it gives you weight on them. And then in terms of what Shrafe's done, some of the old monsters of the past, they've released like text-based documents displaying the length of some of the creatures. That's why he's got those exact figures. So it's pretty cool how they do that. Because once up the wilds, the chances are apparently one of those big boys might be returning in wilds. So that's going to be like that's going to be an event where everyone's going to be like, how do I bring this bastard thing down? You're going to need more than a few cannons to kill them fuckers.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger fucking gun. They've even got a big spear gun called the Dragonator. But that just about tickles Zora's feet.
Dragonator sounds a lot better than Dragon Stomper, to be honest.
Dragon Stomper?
That's that Fable, remember? It's one of Reva's like favoured guns. There's like 6 of them.
Yeah, but that's something a guy wields. This Dragonator's a spear that's the size of a ship.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying Dragonator sounds a lot better than Dragon Stomper.
Where is my
Sounds
Dragonator?
Dragonator.
Yeah, you're going to need more than one Dragonator for that. You're going to need quite a fucking few. You're going to need quite a fucking few.
Need about 1,000 of them trained on him.
And then some. Both sides. Broadside the bastard. Right. What I'm going to do is, anyway, it's come to 5. I'm going to call stream here. And I'll be back on Wednesday with some more Monster Hunter World, actually. So I will catch you guys then. But take care of yourselves, whoever's still in chat. Have a good day. Shrafe, look after yourself, buddy. And I will see you guys all on Wednesday. But there is a video going up at 7 o'clock, which I think is the next part of Last Epoch. Because I'm starting to get really long on that now. And thank you for buying me that game, by the way. That Last Epoch's fucking amazing. It's brilliant. I can't wait to get all the creatures. It's going to be awesome. But have a good one, people. Take care. Have a good one, Desai. Take care of yourself, darling. And I'll speak to you all very, very soon.